Stop worrying about making a game for Steam. So hear me out. I don't mean forever. I mean, if you're a first time game dev, if you're just getting into this, if you've never released a game before, then stop worrying about making a game for Steam. It's the wrong path. It's the path that we've all been fed for the last 5 years or so from all the other YouTube game devs on how to release a game on Steam, how to market your game for Steam. I made these successful games on Steam, you can do it too. But they're missing a very important fact or aspect. And that is you need to build your skill before you can release a game on Steam, or before you should try to release a game. The reason I'm saying this is because just like any other endeavor, any other hobby, any other career or job or skill set, you need to build the skill before you can be successful in it. That's just how it works. It works with everything. There's no exception to that. If it's something that requires actual skill and not just some gimmick, then yeah, you need to build the skill, and game dev is no different. We've been fed these lies for the last few years that we see all these crazy hits, these crazy creations, these crazy games who they make $1 million or a few $100,000. And we think, well, I can do that because we don't see what they did for years. We don't see the experience. And yeah, there are some exceptions. There are some game devs out there who it is their first commercial hit and they are successful. But those are the exceptions. They are not the rule. And I'm not saying this to try to discourage you or to discourage anyone. It's just a fact. It's a fact that you need to build the skill in game dev before you should try to release a game on Steam. I don't hear this talked about enough. I hear make small games or start small or you're going to make some bad projects at first. But no one actually says to not make games on Steam. And yes, we all want to be successful. We all want to make that great hit. And that should be our end goal. I think for most of us, becoming fully employed or self-employed or becoming a successful full-time game dev by a Steam release is our end goal, and that can remain our end goal. But it should not be our only goal from the beginning. There's steps to get to that goal, and we like to try to skip those steps. I'm guilty of it myself. I've bought the courses. I thought I could be just like those devs who were selling those courses and make my first game and be successful. And it's just not the case. Typically, for the average person, the average game dev, it's not going to be a success story. It's not. That's why there are so many bad games out there, why there's so many flops, why there's so many unsuccessful devs, why so many people quit. You could list probably right now 10 devs who were successful, but there's probably millions of other devs that are trying to become game devs or people who have tried that quit, that failed, that weren't even successful, that were never successful. So you take a handful of people, the exception, when you take the rule, most of the people, we need to figure out what's the problem. And the problem is we've been fed this garbage of you need to publish a Steam game, or I'm going to teach you how to publish a Steam game. Now, like I said, publishing a Steam game is a great goal to have, and it's probably a goal we should all have. But let's take a step back and think about what we need to do first. We need to build skills. We need to build skills even over years, not just weeks, not just months, but unfortunately, it should be years that we build these skills. In the past, before platforms like Steam existed, if you were an indie dev, you had to actually get a real publisher or a distributor and get your game out there. If you were just making games, you were not going to be as successful. There was back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, you could get your games in magazines or do shareware, stuff like that. But you weren't really a successful game dev unless your game really took off, and that was kind of rare. That wasn't as easy to get your game in front of people back then. At least I don't think it was. I could be mistaken. Today, with Steam and other platforms you can put it on, it's a lot easier to get your game out there, which means you can put a lot more garbage out there. You can put a lot more bad releases out there, and probably things that shouldn't be released yet, as at least for money, at least for a price. A lot of things that are released should be probably free or prototype or something like that, because we have that goal, because we've been told that we should release a Steam game, or that's the focus. I hear time and time again from a lot of YouTube game devs on that all they talk about is the Steam release, what you should do, how to make a great Steam game, how to make a great Steam game, how to write a great story, how to do great art. But they never talk about what it takes to get to the point to be able to write a great story, to create great art, to write or create a mechanically sound scripted game, a logical game. They never talk about how to do that. I don't know why it's not talked about that much, but it's not. Even taking their courses or taking, say, Udemy courses, which there's a lot of great courses out there on Udemy. There's a lot of great technical free courses on YouTube. But they always brush over, or we think as devs, like, oh, I did a course or I did 2 courses and I can make a game or I can start on my commercial release. But in reality, in the past, throughout history, the game devs that were successful, like the guys at id Software, they made games for years, for decades. They picked up game dev for the most part when they were kids, or programming at least, and kind of focused around games, and then worked their way up and built their skill and built their skill and built their skill, then started selling games independently or getting publishers to buy them, then forming their own company and so on. But they spent years honing their skill, mastering their craft. They didn't just pick up a book on BASIC or a book on C and say, I'm going to release a game in 1 year and I'm going to be a successful hit. That wasn't a thing, and that's still not really a thing. It's a very rare occurrence. And I think with the prevalence of YouTube, with how much information can be out there with the internet, with X and whatever platforms you're on, with how easy it is for people like me, like other creators, to create content and push it out to you and say our opinions, there's a lot of bad information out there. And I'm not saying all my information is great, but this is my opinion on it. This is what I've noticed from my journey starting in game dev, following the people out there who've been doing this longer than I have, listening to them, basing it off my own journey to become a software engineer, a professional software engineer. I've noticed that there's a trend that no one likes to talk about the journey before actually making a Steam game, because it's not a nice journey. It's not a great thing to talk about. It doesn't sell videos. It doesn't get clicks. It doesn't get views because it's not fun. It's not as fun as saying I can make a Steam game, or I made a game in X amount of time, or 6 devs made a game without communicating. Those are entertaining videos, and there can be useful information, but there's a lot of devs out there who are giving this information and they're just brushing over the fact of what it takes to actually build the skill. So to get back on the main topic of why I think you should ignore making a Steam game, probably even longer than a year, honestly, and just start game dev as a hobby. Don't worry about trying to make money yet. Don't worry about if you can go full time. Don't quit your job to try to make a game. Do it on the side. Build the skills. Take your time. Don't worry about not being able to make your own assets. Don't worry about not being able to make your own art or create your own characters. You can build this up over time, or you can find someone to team up with to do this. But we need to build the skill first before we worry about a Steam release. It's just that simple. It's something I made the mistake myself. I think it will be easier and there will be more successful devs out there if we can focus on game dev as a hobby at first and not worry about the financial side. Worry about it as a hobby. Enjoy the process. Enjoy learning the skills. Enjoy making your small games. And then when you get to a point where you think I'm ready with my skill to make a Steam game, to make my commercial release, then I can focus on that. And maybe I will have enough skill built up or accumulated that I can make a successful game, that I am more likely to make a successful game. And this will prevent burnout. This is why a lot of people quit, because they jump into game dev, they jump on YouTube, the biggest source of information out there. They follow the big creators. They listen to their advice. It sounds magical. It sounds like everyone can do it. All you have to do is try. All you have to do is follow exactly what they say, and you're going to magically become a successful game dev. And then a week, yeah, they're having fun. A month in, okay, it's getting kind of tough. 2 months in, they're probably done by then. Most people quit probably within a month or 2 months of game dev, maybe 3. Most people, I say, probably don't last a year in this. Game dev has such a huge turnover rate because of that reason, because we're fed that we need to release a Steam game, or that is the main focus. Everyone on YouTube, on X, is talking about that. I need to make a Steam game. I need to make money off of game dev. But I think we're lacking the skill part. We need to build the skill before we can work on the main game. If you can build the skill, then you should be, or you're going to be more likely to become successful in the long run. And this is how it works for everything. If you want to become a professional musician, you need to build the skill first. You don't just pick up a guitar and then just go start playing concerts or venues. You need to build the skill. Typically you won't even do that in a year. It needs to take years to do that. If you want to become a professional NBA player, basketball player or something, you need to build the skill. You need to practice. You need to learn drills. You need to probably join some clubs or some teams depending on what age you are, right? If you're a kid, you need to develop that over years. And, if you're trying to do this, it's going to take a long time, unfortunately, to build their skills. Now, there's ways to speed that up. I'm not trying to discourage anyone that it's going to take decades. It doesn't have to take that long. There's ways to speed it up, and you don't have to wait till you're perfect at anything. But you do need to build some skill at some point before you actually start jumping into the game. Because I promise you, there's a million and one things you are going to learn down the line, like in a year, 2 years, if you stick with it, that you were never going to come across within that first year, that would make your game 1,000 times better just because you stuck with it a little bit longer and you learned a little trade secrets, a little game dev secrets, things that aren't spoken about as much, simple things that are easily overlooked. That's why so many bad games come out that are just terrible, because so many simple things are overlooked, or they're so complex, or you have all these great ideas and it's hard to implement them because you don't have the skill. Long rant over. It's just something that's been on my mind, that I think Steam releases are the reason, or the gurus out there, the YouTubers, the game devs who are successful, I'll give them credit, they are successful, and I don't have any issues with any of them, but the information that they're giving, I think, is incomplete and is leading you the wrong way. It's leading you astray. I think it's dragging game dev down, and it's dragging it down rapidly. I think there was a big pump with YouTube and the information out there, with all this great information for game dev is being flooded to us with that. Otherwise you would have had to know someone who could make games or program, or read books on it before YouTube or the internet. You had to actually read a book, a physical book, to learn things. And then all this information came, right? We're in the information age right now. And now I think we're heading down again. There's too much information out there, and a lot of the information is not the greatest information. It's overload. It's information overload. And there's too many bad actors out there trying to just put out content, get views, give you bad information to get views. And, in the end, that's leading a lot of developers, a lot of people like us who are trying to get in this, who are trying to be successful, who are trying to learn, who want to do it, who enjoy doing it. It's leading us down the wrong path, and it's setting us up for failure, because that's all we talk about. That's all is talked about in the game dev sphere, is how to make money with game dev, how to publish a game and be successful. It's never talked about how to actually enjoy the process, how to actually build the skills that you need to build, and not just pick an engine and code or don't code or visual script or do pixel art or do hand-drawn art. I'm not talking about the generic stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that takes day in and day out of grinding, rigor, study, repetition, tasks on how you actually build skill, which part of that is time. It takes time to build skill. So yeah, I think focusing on a Steam release, on a Steam game, is the wrong way to get started with game dev. I think most of the devs who push that, who literally just focus on Steam releases or how to make money with game dev, I think they're giving you bad information. This is my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. I think there's a lot of better information. There's a lot of good devs out there. I think Code Monkey is a great developer out there to listen to. I think he gives a lot of good information. I think Jonas Tyroller, he's a great one to listen to. He gives a really good practical information. He talks about Steam stuff too, but I think he talks about other practical things about building skill. There's just some other actors out there who, they talk too much about all they focus on is Steam. And, at some point in your career and some point in this journey, yeah, you're going to want to focus on Steam and you're going to want to get the information on your Steam release. But to do that within your first year, maybe not even your first 2 years, is kind of nuts. It's something that they should tell you to stay away. That, hey, if you're just getting started today, don't listen to what I'm about to tell you because I'm going to talk about Steam releases. Like, come back in a year or two. I mean, it's just setting you up for failure if you focus on it too early on. I think so. I think there's always those funny images out there or videos of like bodybuilding competitions, and then there's some random guy every few years who comes out on stage and has zero muscle at all, but he poses, right? Guarantee you he didn't win a trophy. He went out there with a lot of confidence that he could win the Arnold Classic or something, and he jumped in it too fast, and he probably was told all you got to do is go to the gym and you'll be ready in a year. And that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen with game dev. It's not going to happen with an instrument. It's not going to happen with learning a sport. It's kind of a depressing thing, or I'm not trying to be depressing or Debbie Downer or anything, but it's just a fact. To build skill or to get good at anything, it takes time. And we can have those goals, we can have the objectives of Steam, but we need to get to that path first. We need to get to that journey. We need to get to that peak first. We can't just get there from the get-go. It takes time. I'm trying to be encouraging with this, and I hope I am. I'm trying to be realistic and practical also. And it's a hard thing. It's a tough pill to swallow. We want to be successful. I hope we're all successful. I hope you're successful in game dev. But there's certain paths we need to take, and there's certain paths we need to avoid. And getting on the Steam path in your first year is probably the wrong path. If you found this video useful and you like this approach of chill, just talking game dev, then you should check out my private game dev group where we are like-minded devs who our goal is to build skill, support one another, and we meet weekly online to discuss game dev topics, help each other out if we have issues in our own games, and just hang out and have a good time. There's a link in the description. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope your game is successful, and I hope you're successful in the long run with game dev. And I'll see you next time.